Hey everybody, it is Ryan, Movies with Ryan. It is day 31 of August Rush. We made it through. I did a video every single day for August, and this is going to be the cleanup video. Stuff that I did not show on camera. You're like, well, Ryan, you're making a video a day. Why didn't you have stuff on camera? Some days I was just tired. Some days I was just gotten off work. I was in uniform. I didn't want to film. Other times I just didn't feel like having a camera in front of my face. Also, I was on vacation for a week, and some of the places I went to, I just didn't film in. And I want to show off everything I got. So there's going to be, first part's going to be movies, second part's going to be records that I picked up in Nashville. So show the movies off first. You want to check out after that and not look at the records I got? Perfectly fine with me. If you want to stay for the whole video, that's great. Let's roll it, see what I got. All right. I stopped at my Mega Replay a bunch of times throughout this month, just checking in, see if they got anything new. I picked up 2 things one time, 2 things another, so 4 things total. Plus, I got to check in a bunch of times, so I got me another like 20% off, which is yay. So the first thing, I've got this in a 2-pack. It's with Alpha Dog. I watched Alpha Dog. It's a okay movie. I know it's based on a true story, but I like this movie a lot, and I'm going to get rid of that 2-pack because I'm trying to slim down my collection a little bit. And this is the other one, Assault on Precinct 13 with Lawrence Fishburne and Ethan Hawke. I really enjoy this movie, so I went and just picked up the single copy. That way I can get rid of that double one, make some room. Next, they had a copy of this, and they wanted $14.99 for it. And then I went in there last week, and they had another one for $5.99. I've heard good things about this. I know there was a Will Ferrell remake of this, and that is Force Majeure. Basically about this Swedish family that's out skiing, and then there's an avalanche, and it tests the family. It's a dark comedy, so I can't wait to check that out. I've heard really good things about that. And the other time I went in there, I found me a Criterion, $12.99. This is one that I heard, not the July sale, but the last November sale people have talked about, because I think it may have came out around. No, it hasn't. It's been out for a while. But people were talking about this, and I almost picked it up, but I didn't. But it's spine number 502, and that is Revanche. Revanche? That word right there. Don't know anything about it. I believe it's Italian, Austrian? No, it's Austrian. There we go. But Revanche, I've heard good things about it. I figured $12.99, another Criterion added collection. Can't beat that. And the last thing I picked up this month from Mega Replay, a Shaw Brothers DVD, Half Sword Will Travel. As far as I know, these are, I double checked everything. This is not in the Shawscope Volume 1 or 2, as far as I could tell. Of course, if they make a Volume 3, it may pop up in there. And I'm not really interested in the Shaw Brothers sets from Shout Factory. They're way overpriced. If they're around like $75, maybe $85 a set, I would pick them up. But at this point, I have no interest in them. So I figured I'd pick this up for $3.33, a Shaw Brothers classic. Here we go. Next, went to FYE, or Coconuts, as mine is called. They're almost in the full process of getting all their movies and all their CDs sold or out. They've got buy 2, get 1 for $1 on used and new going on. And they're just every time I've been in there the last 2 months, the sections just get smaller and smaller, and they've been moving stuff around, discounting, clearancing stuff. I think what's going to happen, since FYE fully bought them out, they're just going to turn it into a pop culture store like all the FYEs in the malls have turned into, where there's like almost no physical media. So anyway, I did pick up some other stuff. First thing, also on a double pack with Mercury Rising. I cannot stand that Bruce Willis movie, but I love The Jackal. If you haven't seen The Jackal, it's a really good movie. He is just a sinister badass in the movie. But I figured, what the heck, I would pick up the single, get rid of that double set. Again, kind of tweaking my collection a little bit. So The Jackal was the first thing. And then I posted this on Instagram. I got this for $5.99. It is a Criterion, spine number 811. And that is The Naked Island by Kaneto Shindu. Now, I don't know anything about the movie. It is Asian, so obviously I had to pick it up. But David from Film Collector Archive said this was a great, great movie. In fact, he just discussed it with Tony from Basement Blues recently. But for $5.99, I can't beat that. I had to pick it up. So that's going to do it for my coconuts. Best Buy. This first thing I've already watched. It's a good movie. I really, really enjoyed it. Guy Ritchie, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Dar Salim. The Covenant. If you haven't checked this out, check it out. It is really well done. It's well written, well acted. It's got good action in it. I highly recommend it. The Covenant. Then from Best Buy also, the unrated, uncensored version. I wonder if the theatrical was uncensored, because I seen it when it first came out, like the opening weekend, and it had everything, and it had the puppet sex and all that stuff in there. But it is none other than Team America: World Police. Now I had the original copy, and it didn't look the greatest. So apparently this has been remastered. It's supposed to look a lot better, and it's got a lot more extra stuff in it. So I had to upgrade to this version. Of course, watch us get a 4K before too long. But Matt Damon! Next, upgraded to 4K this. I like this movie. It's really, really good. The Blu-ray looked great, but I've heard really, really, really good things about the 4K, so I figured, what the heck. 30th anniversary of So I Married an Axe Murderer with Mike Myers. One of the few Mike Myers movies that I actually enjoy. So, check it out. Looks good. And finally from Best Buy, I think the only steelbook that came out this month. No, Hackers came out this month, but I recorded this before Hackers came out. So even though this is coming out after Hackers came out, it's before Hackers came out, and I didn't get it yet. But I'm picking up Hackers this month. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Great movie. If you haven't watched it, it's a great end-all movie for the trilogy. It's a great-looking steelbook. There's a front. You got Rocket on the back. You got the whole gang on the inside. This is just a colorful steelbook. And again, good movie. So that's going to do it for Best Buy. Next, at the very, very, very beginning of the month, before I think it was the last few days of the Barnes & Noble Criterion 50% off sale. I know I went nuts in July on the sale, but I had to pick up two other things. This first one I did not know was a De Palma film. I've really gotten into De Palma lately, and I really like his directing style. But that is Sisters. And this is spine number 89? I think it's 89. I need to get my eyes checked. It's Sisters. It's supposed to be about two twin sisters and a murder happens and there's a reporter and stuff like that. But it's supposed to be kind of like a Alfred Hitchcockian type movie. So I can't wait to check it out. Sisters, Brian De Palma. And next, spine number 1169. I've been looking at this movie several times, and I don't remember who it was. There was like 2 or 3 people that picked this up during the sale, and 2 of them watched it and said it was really good. But I've been looking for it for a while. It's by Lamahong Jeremiah Moses. This is not a burial, it's a resurrection. So basically, a woman is grieving over her husband and children's deaths, and then she's preparing for hers. But I've heard really good things about it. I can't wait to check it out. It's one I've been, like I said, looking at for a while. Finally figured, what the heck, pull the trigger. Yes, I bought a lot in July from the Criterion sale, but the bonus system that they came up with was insane. Like doubles and triples, stamps and all that, and I got a bunch of stuff for free. Insane. Insane. And last but not least, on movie pickups before we get to records. I was on vacation, went to Cincinnati, went over to Indy, I went down to Nashville. While I was in Indy, I stopped at Half Price Books. It wasn't actually in Indy, it was in Greenwood. But I picked up 3 things while I was in there. This first thing I had as a double set with Dawn of the Dead, the remake. And then I picked up the 4K, and I just had not picked up this Blu-ray yet, and that's George A. Romero's Day of the Dead. Yes, I know I'm slipless, but I'm not that worried about it. I have not watched Day of the Dead yet. I need to. It's been a long time since I've seen Dawn of the Dead. I really need to watch that and the remake. But Day of the Dead, that's the first pickup. Second pickup, as soon as I seen the spine, I immediately grabbed it. I've been thinking about ordering this from this director's website, and I just had not gotten around to it. But I know he's got, I think, another movie, but this is an animated movie, and it's by Don Hertzfeldt, and that is It's Such a Beautiful Day. And this is supposed to be just a really, really kind of sad movie, but animated, like in stick figure animation. I can't wait to check it out. I think I only paid like $5.99 for this, and I think it's like $30 on his website. And finally, the last thing I picked up in August, I had that Asian stream where we had Dell and KB and Vin from Hard Copy Blues on there. And Dell brought this movie up, and I've been looking for it, but it's hard to look for because it only starts, it's one letter. And like nobody has it online. It's hard to search for it online because of the one letter. But Half Price Books comes in with the win, and that is H. 7 meets Silence of the Lambs. I can't wait to check this out. After a year, a brilliant psychopath turned himself in for murdering 6 young girls. A copycat has begun to replay the surreal nightmares, with Shin providing cryptic riddles instead of the answers as he sits on death row. So then the detective's got to figure it out. So H. So happy to find that. So that's going to do it for all my movie pickups for August that you did not see on camera. If you want to cut now, I'm perfectly fine with that. If you don't want to stick around for the records, I'm going to show off the records I got in Nashville and a couple of things I got in the mail. So if you're leaving now, I'll see you later. It's Ryan Movies with Ryan, but let's move on. Let's move on to this big old stack of records. So the first thing I got, it was a pre-order from Turntable Labs. It finally came in, and that is the Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, Sunlocks soundtrack to the movie. This thing is so cool. It's even embossed and all that. The bagel on the back is embossed. Really cool soundtrack. Glad to have that. This next thing I actually picked up at my FYE. I've been looking at it for a while. I found it down in Nashville, but they wanted a lot more for it than what I found it for FYE. And that is Motorhead's Greatest Hits. Motorhead, Everything Louder Forever. This has got all their major hits on there. I have one Motorhead live album. It's pretty good, but I wanted like the beefy stuff. And then something I ordered from Barnes & Nobles because I could not find this in Nashville when I was down there. When I get down a little bit further, you'll see that I was looking for this artist kind of heavily. But this is, what's the name of it? Born Again? I think it's called Born Again. I done forgot what the name of the album is. Born Like This. But it's MF Doom. It's his second album, third album. I think it was his third album. But yes, and this thing's embossed too. Like this is all embossed, and his mask is embossed, and then the back is embossed. MF Doom, you know me, all caps. I like that guy. All right, starting with everything I actually found in Nashville. Me and my buddy went all sorts of places. You see my videos, the movie places we went to. We also went to a place called Grimey's, which you guys, I've talked about before. And then the Vinyl Tap. So like Spinal Tap, only Vinyl Tap. And it was cool. It was a bar. You could buy beer. You could cruise around and like peruse the records while drinking your beer. They even had like cup holders and stuff. You can put your beer down in while you're looking. It was awesome. Now, I don't remember where I got what from what, but the first thing, Death Cab for Cutie, Plans. This is like my favorite album by them. This has got Soul Meets Bodies, Summer Skin, I Will Follow You in the Dark, Someday You'll Be Loved, What Sarah Said, which is probably like my favorite song by them. But yeah, Brothers on a Hotel Bed. I didn't know this existed. I didn't realize that they had put this out because I'd been looking for it for a while and I just didn't bother to see if it had came out. There you go. Next, Ugly is Beautiful by Oliver Tree. I think this is his first album. And I just never got into them whenever this first album came out, and I went back, they reissued it, and I figured, what the heck, had to pick it up. This has got Cash Machine, Alien Boy, which I've got the single for it, Hurts, and then something else that's on there. But anyway, it's got a lot of his good stuff on there. 14 songs about 7 people, 2 houses, a motorcycle, and a locked treatment facility for adolescent boys. The Mountain Goats. All hail West Texas. Look at that. Plain white with some gold on there. I love the Mountain Goats. If you haven't listened to them, they're like just this weird band that's got a lot of good music. But next time I go back down there, I'm going to buy more Mountain Goats records because this Grimey's had a whole bunch of them. And I kind of had to be selective with what I was picking up. But I have not heard All Hail West Texas in a long time. Now I got the vinyl for it. Next. So Murs, Slug, Aesop Rock as the producer, I think, on this one. He may not be the producer on this one. He's on this album. He produced the 3rd album. But this is Felt For You, Murs, Slug, Ant. I don't know what to say about it. It's Rhymesayers Entertainment rap group. Atmosphere is Murs and Ant. Slug and Ant. Murs is another artist that's been on Definitive Junks, and then now he's on Rhymesayers. He's got a great, tremendous solo career, but he's on this album, Felt For You. So now I got to find 1 and 2, Felt 1 and Felt 2. I've got Felt 3, and I've got Felt 4. Speaking of Atmosphere, let's go with Sad Clown Bad Dub 2, the new album. Basically, this is remixes and B-sides, stuff that's just never made it out there. Yeah, can't wait to check it out. MF Doom. Anyway, actually, MF Doom's not on this one. But this is Czarface, self-titled. This is Czarface's original album. If you don't know who Czarface, it's Inspectah Deck, 7L, and Esoteric. But Inspectah Deck is like the main dude on there. Of course, you know Inspectah Deck from the Wu-Tang Clan. This is their debut album. I had to pick it up. Now, this one has MF Doom on it. This is MF Doom and Czarface, Super Watt. This is their 2nd album, I believe. I've got their first one. Czarface meets Metal Face. Then Czarface, MF Doom, Super Watt. It's got all sorts of good stuff on there. Can't wait to listen to that. And finally, rounding out this video, this is JJ Doom. What is the name of it? Bookhead. So JJ is, I forget what the artist's name, but it's J and then J. See, does it say it on here? No, it does not. So it's an artist that wanted to do MF Doom stuff. MF Doom's on here as well. They even redo one of the songs, maybe. But it's MF Doom and JJ. So it's JJ Doom. And this album cover is just awesome. If you guys haven't listened to MF Doom, I know he's not everybody's cup of tea, but you should listen to him. He's a really good rapper. So anyway, that's going to do it. That is August cleanup. August Rush is done with. I want to thank everybody that watched my videos, everybody that commented, everybody that liked, the 9 new subscribers I got. This was kind of an experiment. I wanted to see what happened if I did a video a day, see what happened to my YouTube, numbers, the algorithm and all that. And I'm going to be honest, it really didn't change much. But that's what happens. So I'm going to end it here. Video's 18 minutes long. This is going to be the longest video for August Rush. Ryan, Movies with Ryan. It's been a fantastic month. I appreciate everybody. I'm trying to cough here. Till I see you again, like I always say, have a fantastic night.